Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hey, we'd like to thank you for listening, and this show is sponsored by DizWheels. DizWheels has mobility scooters, strollers, and wheelchairs starting at only $20 a day. Single stroller, double stroller, whatever you need, they will get you moving. They also have one-day rentals, and they have free delivery and free pickup. If you want more information, go visit them at www.dizwheels.com or call them at 407-501-6883 to book, and you can check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/DizWheels. That's D-I-Z Wheels. See you in the parks.
And now, the Disney Parks Podcast Infotainment segment.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast Infotainment Show. This is where we don't talk about news and rumors so much, but we talk about something that we're very excited about. My name is Parkhopper John. I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. Joining me, as always, is the lovely and talented Mr. Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com. How are you doing, my friend?
Delicious.
You are just delicious. Which is a horrible segue into what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Uncle Tony?
We are going to talk about some of the new things that are coming to the 2016 Epcot Food and Wine Festival. They used to call it the International Food and Wine Festival. I think they've dropped the international part.
No, they still do.
Do they?
They still, yeah. If you look at all their official nomenclature, it's the 2016 Epcot.
Oh yes, it's the
Food and Wine
Epcot
Festival. Yeah.
The Epcot, the International Food and Wine Festival, presented by the Jays.
Yes. It's good. Mine.
Manja.
So it's starting up. When does it start this year? It starts up like in 2 weeks. Right?
There's 62 days of this lovely event. It starts September 14th.
September 14th, as we record this on the 6th.
Yeah.
This thing starts in 8
It's
days.
right around the corner, baby.
Holy
It's
crap.
right around the corner. It's coming
Oh,
around the
goodness.
corner.
That's
Here she
right.
comes.
Our
Epcot
friend
Food
Rick has got to be
around the
salivating at the mouth, just exciting about Food and Wine Festival. I love Food and Wine Festival. I'll be honest with you, I haven't gone as much the last couple of years. Let me rephrase that. I've gone a lot, but I haven't really gone to just experience and enjoy. I've really been working. So when you work there as much as we work there,
I have a love and hate relationship with Food and Wine Festival.
why is that, Mr. Casanova of the internet?
I love to go and hate the crowds.
Oh my God, the crowds are horrible.
I hate the fighting for a parking spot. I hate all the crowd. I hate waiting, 15, 20 minutes to get something that I'm going to eat in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't like that part of the.
Do you know how to beat the crowds, though?
I do know how to beat the crowds, but I have a job. And my job, does not always allow me to go on a Tuesday afternoon.
There's two things that you can do to beat the crowds at Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. One, go Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Don't go on the weekend.
Right.
And two, go as close to 11 o'clock as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Now, you run the risk of a couple different things. The World Showcase opens at 11, and that's officially when the Food and Wine Festival starts. Not every booth is going to be running at full operational capacity at 11 o'clock on the nose. So you may have to wait for certain things. But at 11 o'clock, most people are still enjoying or standing in line for Soarin' or Test Track, or they're not even in the parks yet, or they haven't woken up from drinking around the world the night before, and they're not going to show up until about 4 or 5 o'clock anyway. The other downside about going that early is the Eat to the Beat concerts don't start until like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you've got a long
By that
way.
time, you're drunk.
Yeah, so Yeah. So if you're going to enjoy, the Food and Wine Festival, and then you're going to go try to do a concert, pace yourself. That's our biggest suggestion is pace yourself. But go during the week, go as early as you can, and that's the best way to avoid the crowds. The downside is you go that early, you are going to be in the direct heat.
Yep. That's the other part I don't like about Food and Wine.
Yeah,
there are some places, though, World Showcase. Well, there are some places in World Showcase to hide, and there are some places in Future World that you can kind of hide, too. So,
yeah.
And hide, I mean, roll yourself up into a corner and take a nap for 15, 20 minutes.
Right, right. And they're still doing the Chase
Lounge. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that's if you're a Chase card member holder, you can go and go into the American Pavilion. It's not the American Pavilion. It's got another name.
American Adventure Pavilion.
American Adventure Pavilion. That's it. Thank you. You can go there and you can go up somewhere and they've got the Chase Lounge. I've never been to the Chase Lounge, and they usually have. I know, right? Crazy. I've never been with Rick up to the Chase Lounge, but you can get drinks, and by drinks I mean Coke or water, and there's charging stations and there's high AC. So you can go hang out there for a while. They used to have places you can log on and send email, because that's what people are doing when they're at Disney. So I think they're doing that again this year. There's some other things that they're offering. So yeah, I'm excited. What are some of the new things that you're excited about? We'll just kind of talk through this and see what happens.
Gosh, I don't even know. There are, I'm really only doing 2 events this year. One is a culinary demo with Fabrizio from the Four Seasons, and he's doing some kind of demo with tuna. So I'm interested to do that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. He did some stuff last year, and I didn't have a chance to go. This year, I said, well, I'm not putting it off. And they're cheap. This culinary demo, I think, was $45. So it's an hour with the chef. The other one I'm doing is Mix It, Shake It, Celebrate It with Marimoto, obviously from Marimoto Asia. And I think we're doing a sushi, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So to make sushi with Marimoto Asia, Marimoto, how do you? I would think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Chef Marahasa Morimoto.
Right. I was got tongue tied. So I think that'll be fun because I think he's a very funny guy, Chef Marimoto. So it'll be fun. And like I said, that was not expensive either. I think that was only like $45 too. So I'm staying away from the crazy chef things this year. Cooking with Dinah. Disney's gone crazy. It's $145. It's a plated breakfast. It's starting now a whole hour early at like 9:00. Yes, there are some people that I'm going to go see, but I'm not paying the money. I'm just going to sit on the wall behind the thing, and I'll watch it from there, and that'll cost me nothing. Right. I'll go have breakfast somewhere else.
Right.
When it's done, and they shortened up the time too. It's not even a full hour. It's only 45 minutes. So I think what they're saying now, it's 30 minutes of them cooking or demoing something, and then 15 minutes Q&A, and then they're throwing you out. Yeah. So I said, well, you raised the price, and I'm going to get less of experience. I'll see you, Disney. I got better things to do.
Right.
So
I think one of the things that I've seen that I'm really interested in seeing how they do it since, it's always been encapsulated at Epcot, with the Food and Wine Festival or, World Showplace, is these, they're called the dining events at Disney resorts.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've taken this experience of the Food and Wine Festival and they're taking it out to they're doing like brunch at the Grand Floridian. They're doing the secrets of flavor. The 4-course lunch. I think that looks like the flying fish, but I could be wrong. Behind the scenes at Trader Sam's Grotto. That to me would be fun to be able to go behind the scenes and see how they do some of that stuff. They've got some Master Chef things that they're doing at some Disney resorts. So I think that's one of the things that I'm most interested in. That I didn't sign up for them because we really, with the move and everything, we haven't really had the time to really think and process. So this is probably not the year that we're going to have like the most planned out food and wine festival. Probably going to be Catch as Catch Can. But I think that's interesting. I'm interested to see how they do some of these things outside of Epcot. Is that something are you doing any of that kind of thing, or is that something you're not interested in at all?
I would like to, I think, try one or two of them if the price is right and the experience is right. What were you thinking? What'd you have?
Oh, I didn't know we were making plans. I think the brunch.
I didn't know.
I think the brunch thing is cool. I really am into the Trader Sam's Grotto.
Yeah, that would be interesting, I think.
It says a feast of paradise, Lure of the South Pacific. You can go see, you get, prepare for the zombie encounters of the delicious kind during this idyllic tropical lunch. They're doing Escape to Shangri-La filled with carved totems, shrunken heads. That's inside the grotto.
Right.
Entertaining dining event teaches attendees how to mix dark and light spirits into the specialty beverages made famous at Trader Sam's Grotto. Right. Each mouth-watering morsel promises to whisk guests off to the balmy shores of Bali High, while swaying palms and native culture sing "Come to Me, Come to Me." The event details starts at the Polynesian at Trader Sam's, select Wednesdays from 12 to 2. It's $100 per person.
Wow.
But I would have to expect that if you're mixing these cocktails, you probably get a sampling of at least 1 or 2 cocktails. Plus, I think lunch is included.
That's not too bad, then.
Yeah, alcohol will only be served to guests 21 and older, obviously. And they've got 4 dates, September 21st, 28th, October 5th, and October 12th. So
there you go.
That'd be fun. I think that'd be kind of cool. Seems a little pricey to me, so that might not be as that might not be as exciting.
Yeah, some of the events can get very pricey. I think there's one. Gosh, maybe it's at Victoria and Albert's. I thought it was $350 a person or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That one was two. Oh, here you go. Yeah, no, I'm mistaken. October 21st, Victoria and Albert over at the Grand Floridian, 6:30 p.m., $600 per person. Yikes.
Yeah, that's a little, I'm just not in that neighborhood.
Yeah,
I don't live in that neighborhood.
Even the California Grill's $319 for that event.
Yeah.
So that's a little steep. That's a little steep.
Are you thinking about doing maybe one of the because one of the things they're doing this year is eat to the week dining packages.
That would be
which
fun.
is so if you've ever been at Christmas, they have their candlelight processional. You know what's funny? I feel like we were talking about the candlelight processional stuff was like two months ago, and then we're about 2 months out from starting to talk about it again.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
I've got to that age where the years is like. So if you don't know, you can do a candlelight processional package where you can book a reservation at one of the restaurants inside of World Showcase, and then you're guaranteed a seat for the candlelight processional. It usually has a celebrity narrator. Well, they're doing a brilliant thing. I think they're doing the exact same concept where you can book a dinner at one of these amazing restaurants, and I want to say they're also doing earlier dining as well.
They're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner this year.
Yes, and it's not just places. I want to say it's not just places. I'm looking at the list before I open my stupid mouth. Nope. So all the restaurants around World Showplace. So if you want to go to Astor House for breakfast or lunch at Acre Shoes, the Beer Garden, which is always a favorite. Coral Reef, Garden Grill, Hacienda, Nine Dragons, Marrakesh.
We should say this: it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner if the restaurant offers breakfast, lunch.
Correct. 100%. wise
They
man.
don't offer breakfast. They're not offering breakfast for this.
Yeah. So like you could have a great meal for relatively less expensive in Via Napoli.
Yep.
Pretty decent meal, good food, wood-fired ovens. Have dinner there, and then you're guaranteed a seat at the venue, the American Gardens Theater, where they're having the Eat to the Beat concert series.
Right.
Dude, I would do that like on the week that like Sister Hazel's going to be there, or Living Color. I'm a huge Living Color fan, so I would do that for Living Color.
Yeah.
You know.
Should we talk about some of the new bands that are coming this year?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's talk about that.
Let's see. Wang Chung will be new this year.
Everybody
have fun tonight.
Yeah.
Bodines, I have not heard of them. So
you've not heard of the Bodines?
I have not heard of the Bodines.
Fair enough.
Country, maybe. Sounds like they're country. Maybe not.
Hang on, I'm calling up the list so I can know what's their hit song.
Good Things.
That doesn't help. All right.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Plain White Tees. That I might be.
Hey there, Delilah.
Yeah, that was a very popular song. I like that song.
Yeah, that's the thing. You only get like one song.
And will they do it? That's the question.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. If they're smart and they want to leave alive, they'll do it.
Every set.
That's right. Jeffrey Osborne is also new this year.
On the wings of love. The two.
Next up is Toad, the Wet Sprockets.
That is the craziest choice I've seen.
Yeah?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Are they going to have to clean up their act, I think, right? A little bit?
I believe there might be a little bit of cleaning up the act they might have to do.
Yeah. Next up is Living Color will be new this year.
Yeah, Cult of Personality. They've got a few songs. Great. They're older. We're all older, but these guys still rock hard. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Then you got the Soul Asylum.
I know those guys.
Runaway Train.
Yeah, I know the song. I think that would be a good fit. It'd be a good fit. It's it's kind of a rockish kind of thing. I think that'd be kind of cool.
And the last new act will be Delta Ray. So
I know nothing about Delta Ray.
I know nothing either. I have to say this is there are some people on here that I do know. I mean, I do know 38 Special, Tiffany, Blues Traveler, Wilson Phillips, Los Lobos, Sugar Ray is always a crowd favorite.
Yeah. I forgot Blues Traveler's coming. I'm super excited about Blues Traveler. I didn't see Blues Traveler last year.
Yeah. They only played 2 songs, I told you last time.
That's right. They jam the whole time. That's all they do.
Yeah.
But it was good jamming. That's the thing.
It was a good 2 songs. They did 2 songs, and then the next set, they did, I think, like 2 new songs. And I think people were just getting up and leaving because nobody knew the songs.
Wow. Well, that was what Spin Doctors did. Spin Doctors, the guys that did, Kryptonite and, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Right.
And they just released like a blues album.
Right.
And they said, we're really excited. We just released a blues album. And the minute they said that, I was like, no. And they started playing it, and it wasn't bad. It's just like, they're not a blues band. I mean, they're great musicians, but it's just not their sound. And it was okay, but they lost the crowd, and then they did Little Miss Can't Be Wrong, and everything was great. I saw them 6 months later at a Velvet session over at the Hard Rock.
Oh, really?
And they did the same thing. Totally lost the crowd. We left. We left early. And I, because they played all their hits. They played the songs that I wanted to hear. And then they turned around and started doing this whole, the rest of our set's going to be blues. And we were all like, see ya.
See ya. See ya, don't want to be ya. Yeah.
But they got some great bands coming. I mean, like Air Supply's going to be there. I haven't seen Air Supply in forever.
Yeah. It's good. Definitely. And I always say it's 3 sets. Some bands do the same thing, all 3. Some change it up. Some, do all their hits in one, and then another one's all acoustic, and the other one's a cappella. Every band is different. But listen, it's free, and you really, there's no bad seats. I mean, and you can sit pretty close to these bands. I mean, I'm going to see Garth Brooks, and I'm going to be a telescope away from the stage. Not binoculars, telescope away from the stage. And these bands are going to be, within reach of me. So it's really.
Hey, Linda in the chat room wants to do an Air Supply meetup.
I don't know. Yeah, we could probably do it. We've tried doing meetups for these, and it's very hit or miss. And it all depends on the band. And it depends on the band, and you have to have a really good meeting location that everybody knows to go to. That's the other thing.
Right.
So, yeah, we can give it a shot. And let's talk about some of the new booths that are going on this year. There's some new food coming that I think might be fun to talk about.
Okay.
All right. Let's start at what I'm saying is the bottom of the list. And it's called the Wine and Dine Studio. And this year they're going to have this is a new booth, new food. They're having a pork tenderloin with cannellini beans, cannellini bean ragu, and a Zinfandel reduction. They're having also a seared scallop with truffled celery root puree, Brussels sprouts, and a wild mushroom featuring Melissa's produce. Melissa's bringing her own produce.
Yeah, I hope she brings it in for everyone.
I hope she does too. Then they're having a trio of artisan cheeses, and then the artist palette of wine and cheese. So that sounds pretty good. They got a long list of wines. They got 2 Kurt Russells, a Conundrum, a Michael David, and Madavi, and a Round Pond Estate. So they got a lot of wine at that booth. Hence the name Wine and Dine Studio.
Yeah, they've got the 7 Deadly Sins is going to be there. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love 7 Deadly Sins. Rick turned me on to that, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. They've also got they took away the dirt booth.
Yes.
And now we have the Greenhouse Guru, hosted by Village Farm. So it's basically the same concept, except meat. So they've got a grilled tomato gazpacho with lump crab meat. Dude, sounds good. Duck confit with creamy polenta and fire-roasted salsa. Heirloom tomato salad with goat cheese, aged balsamic vinegar, and micro basil. I'm down with that all day long. Mini San Marzo tomatoes. I'm not getting that. This is like, hey, I'd like some tomatoes, please.
Right.
San Marzano. Excuse me, I pronounced that wrong. They've got, a Eugene, Oregon Pinot Noir and a Riesling from Washington State. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's
that sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. What else they got? They got a new booth called the Islands of the Caribbean, man.
Yeah, man. You come down to the islands. We feed you right
down. They're going to have some mojo pork with the black beans and the cilantro rice and the pickled red onions, man. Then they're going to have they're going to have the puff pastry with the sweetened cream and the Gava sauce. And I had that puff pastry at the preview event. And I went back for like 2 or 3 more of those. It was delicious. I'm telling you. Go get that. Go find it out. And go find. I'm telling you, that was a really nice puff pastry thing. They had also Jamaican beef patty, and the last item is a seared grouper with pigeon peas and rice and a coconut sauce. So,
but does it put the lime in the coconut?
It put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up, man.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And they're bringing in a presidential pilsner,
right?
Yep.
And frozen mojito, Caribbean sangria.
Yeah. Here's the one that my wife is going to lose her mind over the most. It's the new chocolates. And Linda's in the chat room. She may explode at this one. Love you, Linda. A chocolate studio.
Yes, I had these.
They're going to have a red wine chocolate truffle, which sounds ridiculously awesome. A Ghirardelli chocolate raspberry torte.
Yes.
And they're bringing this back. This was over at Chew Lab last year. The liquid nitro chocolate almond truffle with warm whiskey caramel.
Let me tell you, that sauce, that warm whiskey caramel sauce, is delicious.
Nice.
It's finger licking good.
You
know what? That sauce would be good on that pastry. Now that I think about it. Actually, you know what? That ice cream and sauce would be good on that pastry.
Dude, anything in that sauce would be good.
Yeah.
So they're bringing in a Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles. Rosa Regal is coming over from California for that booth. Fonseca, bin number 27, is a port from Douro Valley, Portugal. And Blandy's Alvada, 5-year-old from Madeira, Portugal. I think I may have to try that.
Yep. And
then, do you see this Chew Collective thing?
Yeah. So the Chew's back. Actually, I'm waitlisted for some tickets. So let's hope that somebody has some horrible misfortune that can allow us to go. I asked for 4 tickets, so we'll see what happens.
All right, that's cool.
So if you have a ticket and you don't feel like going, just walk away.
Yeah, let us
away.
Let us know.
So the Chew's got a new booth this year, and they're calling it the Chew Collective. It is a grilled beef skewer with romaine, apricots, and feta cheese. Then you got the ricotta and zucchini ravioli. Oh my cheese! I can't even.
And you're Italian. You're supposed to know
the ricotta
that word.
With the zucchini and the ravioli with the rustic tomato sauce. I gotta talk like Italian.
Yeah, you gotta do it with the accent, or else you can't
exactly. Then you got peanut butter.
Peter Paul and Mary.
You got peanut butter and white chocolate mousse with a caramel drizzle. I think I remember having the ravioli. And that wasn't too bad. That was pretty good. The beef skewer was hit or miss. I had one piece that was super good. And then I had another piece that was really fatty and grizzly. So I think it's just the cut and the luck of the draw, and you'll find out what you get. Now, the Chew Collective booth also has the 2 worst wines at Food and Wine Festival. They have the Festival Chardonnay and the Festival Cab. And we had these wines, and I would say they could probably take the paint off your car.
Wow.
They're horrible. These are made by Disney for this festival, and they are terrible. Really. Stick to building attractions, not wines, because these are terrible. And I would love to know. Maybe I'll just go look at the bottle when I get over there. Who's actually bottling them? What winery had the
displeasure?
Had the displeasure to stepping up to this,
Dude, and, you know what they did is they just made a bunch of cast members,
step on some grapes in the back.
Right. Yeah, at the end of your shift, stomp on the grapes. But don't we need to clean our feet? No, I'll just stomp on the grapes. Nobody's going to care.
Right.
Linda, you got to check out the chat room. Guys, if you're not coming to listen and watch on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, you're missing out. The third show is happening in the chat room. So
yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly.
So I think we got, 30 booths this year? I think they're down from last year.
Yeah, I think so.
They combined two. They combined the Chew and the Chew Lab and Chew Lab and Chew something.
Yeah,
studio.
something. Yeah.
And then they had the wine studio and the cheese studio.
Yeah.
So they combined all of those booths. So now you just got the Chew Collective and the wine and cheese studio, which makes sense.
They do have the craft beer booth, though. Craft beer.
Very excited about craft beer. Let's see who's coming to craft beer this year. Where's that at?
They got the Orlando Brewing, O-Town, Weiss. They got
Nice.
Florida Beer Company, the Passport 20 Belgium style triple ale from Cape Canaveral. They got two Henry's blueberry vanilla American wheat ale. That was the two Henrys, the ones that make. Who's the one that makes the root beer? Not My Father's Root Beer. Isn't that Two Henrys?
No,
company?
It's not Two Henrys. It's another company. Two Henrys is the company that's right down the road for me.
Oh, okay. Then they got Concrete Beach, Splitsville Pilsner. Wait, is that like Stiltsville?
Stiltsville, yeah.
That's like Splitsville. Where they making beer now too?
Nope. So they got $3 Bimini
$3,
IPA. That's over St. Pete. Clearwater Shipyard is bringing their Midnight Snack Milk Stout. That is going to be so darn good. I'm disappointed that they're not bringing a Funky Buddha in. Funky Buddha is from Lauderdale, and I love Funky Buddha. But, you know, I know they got to change it up. This is going to be exciting. Looking forward to this very, very much. But is there a booth that you're most looking forward to? I mean, they're all pretty much – I want to say they're virtually the same.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are the same. Like, wait, let's go to – let me see if I can find this real quick. I always like to see what my good friends over in Italy are doing. Let's see if they have changed anything up. So this year they got Baked Ziti again. Good thing that's only been on there for like, 20, 30 years?
Yep.
Let's see. Then they got a Tuscan-style stew with carrots, mushrooms, and a crispy polenta. I think that may be changed up a little bit.
Yep.
And then they got the chocolate-covered cannoli. So no.
Hawaii has the tuna poke and the pork slider. They have two different beers, but they've got the same cocktail.
Is the filet mignon slider still there? Is it in Australia? Where was it last year?
The filet mignon slider?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Was it Australia that had it? Or Austria?
No, Austria. There's no Austria. Australia had the grilled lamb chop and the lamington and the sweet and spicy bushberry shrimp. Was it the crispy pork belly is still in Brazil? Can't wait for that. Is it Canada?
Wait. Yeah, Canada's got a wild mushroom beef filet mignon with a truffle butter sauce. There you go.
Yeah. Canada. And let's see what France is bringing this year. Let's see if they're going to flip. Oh, Farm Fresh is back, which is, I'm sorry, that's what the dirt booth turned into. They've got chicken and dumplings stewed with chicken and mushrooms and spinach, which seems awkward. Pickled beet salad with goat cheese, vinaigrette, and toasted walnuts, and loaded mac and cheese with pepper bacon, cheddar cheese, peppers, and green onions. That's a little spicy from last year.
Farm Fresh had, it wasn't last year, maybe it's the year before. They had a watermelon arugula salad that was very good.
Yeah.
And they also had shrimp and grits that was very good.
That was the version of Farm Fresh that was at the Flower Garden Festival.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. They have virtually the same menu here. Because the one you're thinking of was in the back of World Showplace near Germany. Yes. This is the one that's where the dirt booth was. So it's a different menu. You're thinking of Florida Fresh.
Yeah, maybe that's Florida Fresh.
Yeah.
Florida Fresh.
So there's a question in the chat room about the barbecue place. Tony looked that up because I want to talk about France. France is bringing back that escargot croissant, which was not good last year. But they are bringing back the Gruyere onion soup, which was excellent. The beef bourguignon was amazing. And the creme brulee is the caramel chocolate topped with caramelized sugar. So that's pretty darn good. What is America doing? What are they? Hops and barley? No, it's not hops and barley.
It was hops and barley last year. I don't see any of those.
They're doing a New England lobster roll, a smoked beef brisket, and pimento cheese with grilled garlic toast, and freshly baked carrot cake and cream cheese icing. The barbecue is during Flower and Garden Festival, guys.
Yeah.
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 I think, for sure.
They're saying that they may have a smoked beef brisket at the Hops and Barley.
I had that last year.
Yeah. So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
No big surprises. Here's the thing. I'm glad they're adding some new stuff. We need to wrap it up pretty soon. Does this get a little boring? Year after year, the same things over and over again? Or are the Disney chefs, is the chef team really pushing themselves gastronomically?
Well, here's the thing. So, Chef Jen used to do this. He's not doing it anymore. No. He's off. He's out. He's on to something else. There's a whole new chef this year, and I don't think he had the chance. I think he came into the planning stage too late to really put his mark on this. So we got to wait till next year to see either for Flower and Garden or for Fruit and Wine if the new guy in charge will really put his mark on this and really change things up. Because I agree, some of this, not to use a food pun, is a little stale and could use a little brightening up and a little makeup on the pig.
Here's the thing. We talked to Chef Jens last year.
Right.
Rick and I were there the first day, and I think he'd already stepped out.
Yeah.
This is this guy's deal. You have to double check that.
Well, if that's the case, then then he didn't do much. Maybe he's afraid to step up to the plate. Maybe his hands are tied. Who knows?
Desserts and champagne. I'm looking for. I'll tell you what they did do. Hang on, let me see if they did it. They took out the dessert cart.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one that they do every year and that they have every year? It's the booth. It's the booth that's always there. I don't think it's on the list either. I think all these countries are independent, which is great. That's what they needed to do. Like last year they had like what's the booth that's always there? It's right before you get to Canada. Like it's burgers and chicken tenders all the time. It's right next to the restroom, and then they just gave it like some extra dessert thing, and they called it a marketplace. You know what I'm talking about? Refreshment port. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. Refreshment port.
Refreshment port is not on this list. Thank God.
Yeah.
Ragged them unmercilessly about that, but it looks like a good thing. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Morocco's on the list, and guess what? Morocco's bringing the same thing they brought last year, which amazingly is the same thing you can get at Spice Road Table.
Right.
It's not that exciting to me. I wish they would go out a little bit, but if I push it too hard, then they do things like Singapore. So
yeah,
I don't want to push it too hard because we don't want to bring Singapore back.
Right.
So is there anything else that you're super excited for about Food and Wine Festival this year, my friend?
Nope. But I will tell you this. I'll leave you with just one last tip. If you're really, really a hardcore, deep down in the bottom of your soul, a foodie, then don't forget Disney is offering this the ultimate day at the Food and Wine Festival. It's the VIP deluxe experience. It's a tour of everything, backstage, show you how they make everything. They're throwing in a cooking with. You get, really seat for Eat to the Beat. They're doing this just on, it's a 7-hour experience. It starts at 9 a.m. And it's a 7-hour experience. It's $3.99 per person. They're only doing it on Friday. So it's September 16th, 23rd, 30th, October 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th, and November 4th and 11th. And that's it. wear comfortable shoes, and get the full on, whole wine, food and wine experience. If you're into it, and you do it, come and let us know. I'd love to hear, the ultimate day at Epcot Food and Wine, because I bet that would be a lot of fun.
And it's half the price of one meal at the Victoria and Albert's. Exactly. Might be worth it.
It might be worth it. It might be just the thing you want to do, So, yeah, hey, they're even throwing in the Frozen attraction. So.
Oh, well, God knows. Are they throwing in Soarin' around the world?
Yeah, they might.
If they threw in Soarin' around the world.
Yeah, they're throwing in Soarin' too.
That right there is worth it to me. I've not ridden Soarin' yet.
Yep.
Have you?
Yes.
How is it?
I like it. It goes very quick. A lot of places really quick. So I just wish that some places they would have shown us a little bit more of that, wonder before they, blast us over to something else. But, I guess they were trying to cram a lot in that trip. So
it's a big world, unlike the other ride. It says it's a small world.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I would check out that experience because that seems like it would be if you're really a diehard foodie, a diehard Epcot person, diehard food person, I think that experience would just be the a really fun experience, So.
All right. Well, I got nothing else, man. I'm looking forward to Food and Wine.
I got nothing else either.
Out there.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for Food and Wine to happen. Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully we'll see you around the World Showcase with maybe a piece of nibble in your hand or a cocktail in the other, or maybe both. If you want to get in touch with us, contact us at Twitter. We are a Disney Podcaster. We are also on the Facebook at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And don't forget to stop by our site where you can find all of the fun things we're doing. Check out our blog, sign up for the newsletter. There's tons of things to do over there. Go check us out at DisneyParksPodcast.com. And as we'd like to say around here, we'll see ya in the parks.
Well, hey guys, we want to let you know about our sponsors, Theme Park Concierges. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can enjoy the Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland and even some of the other Orlando theme parks, but the best way is with the personal VIP concierge. Now, you can do a 4-hour VIP concierge service, or you can do a half day with Theme Park Concierges. Ramon and his team are there to guide you through the parks to make sure that you have everything that you need and to make your vacation the most magical one ever. Now, they are giving you a 10% discount if you let them know that you found out about them through Disney Parks Podcast. And to find out a little bit more information, you can contact Ramon at themeparkconcierges.com, or you can call them directly at 407-257-9973. Now, you can also visit them online at themeparkconcierges.com, and you can find them over on Facebook at facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge Service. Make sure that you tell them that you found out about them from Disney Parks Podcast, and that'll save you 10% on whatever service you choose.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through.